Because the NL West is so stacked, it's essentially division title or bust for NL East teams. You can't count on the second wildcard spot as a fallback plan. Either win the division or spend your October at home. The Phillies, thanks to their 8-game winning streak, are in first place and control their own destiny. They don't need help from anyone the rest of the way. With that in mind, here are 5 things that must happen for the Phillies to qualify for the postseason for the first time since Cliff Lee and the late Hall of Famer Roy Halladay fronted the rotation. Wheeler is one of those pitchers whose value transcends the days he starts because he eats up so many innings and spares the bullpen. He ranks second in baseball in 6-inning starts, 19, first in 7-inning starts, 15, no one else has more than 12, and first in 8-inning starts, 4. Wheeler is an ace defined. He provides quality and quantity when he's on the mound. As for Harper, he slugged 2 homers against the Mets this past weekend, and he's in the middle of a 2-month rampage that has seen him hit .339, .437, .661 with 12 home runs since the admittedly arbitrary date of June 12. Since that date, Harper is top 5 in each triple-slash category, and his season line is up to .302, .413, .570. This is his best season outside his MVP season in 2015. Given his success as a reliever and the team's perpetual bullpen woes, it's fair to wonder whether moving Suarez into the rotation is the right move. He lacks a reliable breaking ball and has had issues turning over the lineup multiple times in the past. That said, this is a new Suarez. The sinker is a wipeout ground ball pitch and he's sustained the newfound velocity in his 2 starts. Guys move to the bullpen and see their velocity spike all the time. It's not often that they move back into the rotation and keep the same velocity, however. And to be fair, it is only 2 starts, but the early returns are promising. Suarez has a dominant sinker and a lot of new velocity. Those are tangible reasons to believe in his success. Granted, he won't continue to pitch to a 0.98 ERA because no one does that, so it's worth keeping him in the rotation and finding out whether he can be a reliable starting pitcher. Anderson and Balatketh have not pitched nearly well enough to be gifted a rotation spot when they return, and Moore just isn't working out. I thought he was a nice little roll of the dice signing following his strong 2020 season in Japan, but it's not working. Suarez is the club's best bet for quality innings behind Gibson, Nola, and Wheeler, and Eflin, so keep him in the rotation. Bohm is among the MLB leaders with 15 errors, and while errors are not always the best way to evaluate defense, they speak to Bohm's defensive issues. He has stone hands and an inaccurate arm. He gets to the ball well enough, but he'll let it clank off his glove or he'll airmail the throw. Since opening day 2020, Bohm ranks dead last in baseball with -18 defensive runs saved. If he were hitting like he did a year ago, .338, .400, .481, it would be easier to live with Bohm's defense. He's hitting .258, .311, .353, however, including .229, .279, .297 against righties. That's pretty close to unplayable. It would be difficult to justify keeping Bohm in the lineup with that offense even if he were a Gold Glove third baseman, and he's certainly not a Gold Glove third baseman. I don't advocate benching Bohm. I do think the Phillies need to pick their spots with him though. First and foremost, I would not play him at third base when Gibson and Suarez start. They are pitch to contact ground ball guys who need a good defense behind them, and Bohm is too much of a liability. Wheeler is a ground ball pitcher too, though he can miss bats in a way those two can't. Freddie Galvis, Didi Gregorius, Gene Segura, Alec Bohm. That's essentially a Bohm-Galvis platoon. Neither Galvis nor Segura have much experience at third base, though Segura played it some last year whereas Galvis hasn't played the position since 2014. Maybe there's a better way to optimize the defense. The more important point is that it's time to shelter Bohm. Platoon him against lefties and don't put him at third when Gibson or Suarez start. Bohm turned only 25 a few days ago and he is supremely talented. Talented young players require patience, Bohm included. He's an important part of the future in Philadelphia. That said, the Phillies need to maximize wins right now, and their best possible lineup doesn't necessarily include him every single game. They're a better team when his playing time is limited. Obvious statement is obvious. Like every team, the Phillies are at their best when they're fully healthy, and right now they're without several key players. Philadelphia currently has 11 players on the injured list, 1 COVID and the rest baseball injuries, including Eflin has been out with a knee injury since mid-July and the team was hopeful he would return last week, but that didn't happen, and there has been no update on his status since. Galvez, quad, and McCutchen, knee, could return fairly soon. Brudden, forearm, and Kunrod, elbow, got hurt not too long ago, and there's no firm timetable for their return. Even with the Dodgers series this week, the Phillies have one of the most favorable schedules in the National League. Their remaining opponents have a combined .459 winning percentage, the lowest in the league, and their remaining schedule including the upcoming Dodgers series, the Phillies have 50 games remaining this season, and 30 of those 50 games are against those 7 teams listed above. That's an awful lot of games against some really bad teams. Really bad teams that will be more or less checked out on the season, and counting down the days until they can begin their off-season vacation. Of course, any team can beat any other team on any given day in this league, and a favorable schedule should not be confused for guaranteed wins. Case in point, Philadelphia is 1-2 against the terrible Rockies this year. I'd rather have the Phillies schedule over the Mets schedule though. The schedule is all set up for the Phillies to go on an extended run. Now they just have to do it.